Hey there everybody, Kelsey here with ToyNotes.com. I'm being crowded out by a pretty awesome Nerf gun. So make sure you hit subscribe, that way we can play together. So everybody, I'm reaching up and over this Nerf Rival Khaos. It's the MXVI-4000, and I'm sure that's Roman numerals, but I'm too tired to think about what that would mean. But what you need to know is it's the Nerf Rival Khaos, it's the blue one, and this one doesn't shoot the Nerf darts, it's the little balls that you see in the picture. It says it's rated for 14 and older, so this is an exception. Nerf, 9 times out of 10, every Nerf gun I've played with, 8 and up, 8 and up, 8 and up. 14 and up, and I'm guessing it's because these little Nerf balls are going to hurt a whole lot more than those Nerf darts. So I'm excited to get it out of the box though and see what it looks like, because it did make one of Amazon's lists for one of the hottest toys on the market right now with the holidays and everything. So that's why I wanted to get it here, get it reviewed, and that way you guys know whether or not it's worth your money. So let's go ahead and do our unboxing. Okay guys, so I need a nap after that unboxing. That was very, very frustrating on Nerf's part. Normally I have no complaints about unboxing Nerf guns, but this one is just because nobody was thinking about, you see these like little, they're like cardboard paper ties, and they're in a lot of kids' toys and even Nerf guns, and I don't mind them except when you glue them. Yeah. So these are like super thick. I took everything I had to get them cut with these super sharp scissors I use for like every unboxing. And then when I had them cut, I realized that they'd taken glue and glued all the insertion points for the guns, or for the ties. So when you go to the front of the package to pull the gun out, it's still very secured and you have to actually pull them and try to break them loose. So that's just annoying, super frustrating. Don't do that, Nerf. Goodness. So we've got the magazine here and the Nerf Rival Khaos. It looks like it's probably going to take some batteries, perhaps. I'm going to have to look at the instructions because it's got 2 triggers, and I'm going to guess one of those is an battery compartment needed. So, yep, battery information. 6D batteries. Good night. Oh my goodness. You know, these Nerf guns are getting out of hand with all of this battery power. I have reviewed several in the last few weeks for you guys. And 6D batteries, really? I'm going to have to take stock out in D batteries, especially if my kid's super into Nerf. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, I like the gun so far, and actually the balls are a really soft bone, so I'm not worried about those hurting too much. So I'm going to have to go scrounge up some D batteries, and then I'll show you guys how it works. So looking at some of the features on our Nerf Rival Khaos, I wanted to show you guys the magazine. I did not think that the amount of Nerf balls that were included would actually fill this up, but it does fill it up most of the way. There's kind of a trick to loading it. You see all these pull downs here. If you pull them down and kind of push them to the side here, they will lock in place. That way you can load the gun. See how they're all like lined up? This actually pops open. Here, let's see if we can. I'm just going to push these balls back down in. Oop. You gotta pull all these down. It's kind of a trick. You have to learn that they all have to go down, otherwise the spring loading action that's for the gun works against you. And then you can open this. Kind of need 2 hands to do it. There we go. And see how that opens so that you can kind of quickly load everything in. And then it clips shut and goes into the gun. Now, when it goes into the gun, it's going to go in with a click. And then your release button is this one right here. When you push that, you can pull this out with ease. You have 2 triggers that you have to use because this takes 6D batteries. So this will rev it up, and this fires. Now the rapid fire on this gun is probably faster than any gun with Nerf that I have played with, but these Nerf balls like bounce off of everything and then roll away, so you'll spend a good amount of time just loading this gun and looking for these Nerf balls. Now on the other side, we've got this kind of locking mechanism switch. And the top of the gun I wanted to show you too, kind of closely, right here. You see the sight that flips up and down. And then there's a sight back here as well. So you can really do some serious business with this gun. And I'm gonna just take a few seconds and shoot it. I want you guys to see, see how fast it shoots. So just watch the, I've got my locking mechanism on. So watch the barrel for how fast this goes. You can barely see them, right? Well, I just shot like a whole bunch of those Nerf balls. So you can do some serious damage with this gun for sure. It's probably one of the more powerful and quickest guns that I've actually ever played with Nerf. So guys, here's some final notes I have sitting with my Nerf Rival Khaos 4000 blaster. It's a big mouthful for a pretty great gun. I have a couple drawbacks. You know, I always complain when Nerf has these great big huge guns that take all these batteries. 60 batteries is just a lot. It's expensive. This thing eats batteries. I like Nerf on a whole, but the amount of batteries they require for some of these big guns are just astronomical. I had a couple problems with loading the gun. I felt like that was a bit cumbersome. And while the shooting range for this was excellent, I mean, it easily went across my house, these little suckers get lost really quick because they're balls, so they roll around. They're high density foam, so they bounce off the wall and across the house. I literally, if you can imagine, was standing in my hallway, aimed at a door in a closed hallway, because I thought, okay, they'll hit the door and they'll fall down on the floor and then I can pick them all up. Because I have a small child in my house and I don't really want these guys in his windpipe. So, shooting them, and they are bouncing off of that wall, and I'm shooting probably 30 feet, right? Shoot 30 feet to the hallway. Then they bounced 30 plus feet into the other room across. They bounced on that wall and back behind me. So then I spent 20 minutes looking for these. So that is one problem I have with this. If you're buying for a child or you have siblings in the house that are young, these are a choking hazard. That's a serious choking hazard, in fact. So I'm not really sure where this would get played with, where you make sure you have all of these. So that's pretty much all I had to say about the Nerf Rival Khaos. All in all, it's a pretty bad gun. It's awesome in its look, its design, and its shooting range. But there are a couple of things to keep in mind. So you guys, if you want to be here for more Toy Notes reviews, make sure you check me out at toynotes.com. I have lots of playtime, lots of Nerf guns, and a lot more toys there for you guys to look at. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I know you want to. And give me a good thumbs up because I always appreciate that. In the comments, do you guys like this gun? Have you used it? Found great applications for it? Want a Nerf war with it? I'd love to hear from you guys out there as well. And until next time, see you soon.